Hello guys, how are you today? Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening to you all, depending on your time zone. God bless you. God bless you for being here. You're highly welcome. Okay, so this particular teaching now, I've been getting, yes, I'm making this teaching because of the kind of text messages I'm receiving this time around, like WhatsApp chats that I'm getting this period. Okay, that is why I have decided to come and teach this so that it will benefit um, every woman, to those who wants to help themselves. Okay, so I am doing this teaching to help the women who needs this, because it's not everybody that needs help. The only people that needs help are those ones that cries for help. They're the ones that need help. There are people that they need help, but they don't know they need help. They've made peace with their suffering. They take life the way it comes. They're okay with it. You understand? But there are some that their own is choking them. They want out. So they seek a solution, go about. Some have spent money and done everything, yet nothing is working. What am I talking about? Um, Somebody wrote to me a few days ago. In fact, this past week, it has been this kind of issue of women running away from their husband home with their kids. You know, when I open a voice note, you just hear a woman crying loud, telling you she is somewhere with her children. Her husband has been beating her, maltreating her. He doesn't give her money. You know, stuff like that. Different issues, but the same all the time. But the ones that touches me so much is the ones that don't even have families. They don't have extended families. You understand? They only have their husband. When I ask them, okay, why don't you maybe let's say go to your parents' house, like go to your mother and stay with her a little bit, so that your husband will calm down, you know, and they'll say they don't have family, they don't have mother, no mother, no father, no siblings, nobody. They only know that man, that husband, and those ones that are like that. That's the ones that suffer most. That is the ones that these men does whatever they like. Some women have made peace with this kind of maltreatment. You understand? It's happening because the love is no more there. The love has waxed. How the Bible said it, waxed cold. When the love is no more there, when the love is cold, that is the kind of things that happens. The worst that will happen is beating a woman in front of the kids, and these kids will be learning these things from little and watching it, and when they are growing, they will think it's normal. They are also absorbing it. The men children will be watching it. Tomorrow they will continue from there. They'll be beating their women, their wives. They will think it's normal. But you can actually do something. You can actually do something to stop, to make him, to change things, That thing that you do to change things will also affect your children. They will never see. I never saw my parents fought. God bear me witness. I have never seen my parents fought. I have never seen them exchange words, like, you know, that kind of role. Maybe they go to room and talk it. I don't know. Their kind of maturity is beyond explanation. But we, all of me and my siblings, we have never seen them fought one day. But it's normal in most homes. So women, you can actually do something to help your relationships. Now this teaching now is for both I say it's for both the married and unmarried, but it will benefit the married ones because they are the ones that are suffering most. Sometimes this side chick, every time side chicks, side chicks, side chicks. Sometimes these side chicks, they're not working ordinarily. They are doing something to keep this men for themselves. They are doing something. Your husband will starve you, but somewhere side chick is eating chicken laps with juice. You and your children are starving. They've not paid their school fees. I'm talking about investing on your own children, your own blood. They will starve your family, starve your children, but make sure your side chick have an iPhone. These are the complaints I get. Their side chick will have high. Even the husband said don't have iPhone, but side chick is using iPhone. You think it's ordinary? What is the side chick giving that the wife is not giving that person? What kind of love is that? It's not ordinary. And that is why everything is available. You are the one that is left to do something to protect your home, to keep your man. Don't wait until everything is ruined. This is a example, a rubber band. This rubber band you can see is too long. Yeah? This is because it has been holding something for a long time. It has been tightening something for a long time. And if you check closely, you will see that it's about to cut. The marks are all there. This is the sign. You understand? And this is just the only rubber band available. I'll give you an example. This is the only rubber band available. Now, because it's the only rubber band available, will you just sit down and watch it cut? When you know you need it, you still need it to patch things up, to hold that, keep holding that thing. What do? Those places you see that it's about to cut, do you leave it to cut, or do you manage it like that? Since it's the only one left, the only one available. No, right? What do? You tie it, knot it. You can adjust it. Do something and adjust it, and it's still good to go. You can still be using it, but you have saved it from cutting. It's true that when you adjust it, it cannot be as when it's new, but at least you have saved it from cutting off. That is how it is. That is how we should take our relationship. Don't sit and wait until it's too late. The other day, somebody was writing me from a friend's house. That was last 2 weeks. She and her children were driven out of the house. The only person she have in this world is just that friend of hers that she was in her house. And you know how human beings are. When she get tired one day, she just kick them out. Her own case is even worse because they didn't even marry her. And she have kids now, nowhere to go to. The man was just doing her whatever, anything that he likes. The current one now that is resting on my WhatsApp now that I gave assignments to do. She did the assignment. She have returned with past testimony. How only she's married. She's also in just similar story. She's also in a friend's house. That's where she was. The voice note was touching. Where she was shedding tears, crying. As one after beating her, she wrote to the group. You guys saw it in the group now. She wrote to us. She still wrote to me again, and she was crying in her voice note. The man drove her out after beating her in front of the children, and I said, what about your family? Why don't you go to your family to go and relax a little bit, let everything calm down? Maybe he said no. She doesn't have anybody. That's why I've come here with this to help so that you can use it to help yourself. Okay? The Bible says, heaven help those that help themselves. It's when you fall inside hole. If you are inside the hole and you're quiet, nobody will notice you're there. People will be passing beside the hole, and nobody will notice that someone is inside that hole that is dying, about to die. It's only when you make a sound, when you call for help, that somebody will know that somebody's inside there. Let's go and check and save her. It is well. So what you need to do is get me an egg. This is not a real egg. This is a marble. This is a stone. Okay, so it is the shape of an egg. I'm just using this as an example because I don't have the egg right now in the house. The kind of egg that you'll be using for this is the native egg. the native egg are more potent when it comes to spiritual work, guys. Don't always go for agric egg, because those ones that are laid by all these agric layers, layers sometimes lay egg without the presence of male cock. They just lay on their own. They are just laying eggs, and those ones cannot be hatched. It cannot be hatched. But when it comes to native this egg, their egg happens with the presence of male, right? And their own is hatchable and smaller and more expensive. But one thing, this time around, it's not going to be just an ordinary egg. It has to be egg from a white hen, egg laid by a white hen. Maybe you have a neighbor who have chicken, or hens laying that they're laying egg. Go and buy there. It has to be white. It has to be egg laid by a white hen, not another color. It has to be a white hen. If you can get that egg, your problem is solved. So that is that. The next thing you need is a marker. A marker. This is a big marker, but I will always prefer you use this. Is also a marker. This is the pencil, the pen size marker. Okay, they are all good. If you don't have marker, you can use charcoal. Charcoal is perfectly okay for this, but I always like it when it's marker, because marker doesn't erase. You need to be writing on this egg with this, and it not erase easily, but with charcoal it might be erasing. Okay, so if you can get something like this, it has to be black, of course, black, and then you write the name of your man 9 times, 9 places in this egg. Now it doesn't matter how the way you face it, doesn't matter where the direction you're writing it. Just make sure you use, that's why it's better to use smaller marker, because you're going to write it in. If you use this bigger one, it might not I don't know, you might not write up to 9 and it's filled up. You understand? Because you have to write the name of this person, and you have to make it tiny so that it will be, there will be enough space to carry the whole 9 names. Okay, so when you're using sorry guys, please, if you're here, give me a like, join our, subscribe and share my videos. Okay, God bless you. So I always prefer this one. You can see how tiny the mouth is, very tiny. This one, it can contain anything you write on this egg. So you have to write his name 9 places here. That's all you need to do. Okay, by the way, the lady that called me from my friend's place, the one that wrote, I gave an assignment to do, because I just looked at it. She's in desperate need of help. The way she was crying, I said, my goodness, and she doesn't have a dime on her. So I told her what to do, which is an emergency one, and it worked for her. So I want to tell, in case there is somebody that will need that, the same thing, that is going through the same thing, that needs this. You understand? I told her to get a paper. She should write all the things that man has been doing to her that she doesn't like. He said he drinks a lot, go and womanize, beat her. I say all those things you're saying, call them out in a paper. Write them out in a sheet of paper. Write them all out. Okay? So he said the man, that she has been there for days, that the man have not called. The man have not called. I said, what about the man's family? Have you reached them? He said they don't care, they don't care. So I now gave her this assignment to do. And that time that she's boiling in tears is when her energy is full. I know that she's going to come back with testimony. I knew she was going to come back with the testimony. I said, now that you're boiling this energy, use that energy and pour everything that man is doing to you. Make sure your tears touch that paper. As you're writing it, let your energy be, let that emotion be reflecting in your tears. Let it be touching that paper. Understand? So she wrote everything. I said, after writing everything in that paper, fold it away from you. Now, for those of you who doesn't know, when I say the meaning of fold away from you and fold towards you, fold away from you is to fold like this. You're taking it away from you. It's something bad that she wants to fold away from her. But if it's something of goodness, something that's positive, she can fold it towards her like this. When she fold it to come, that air that is coming to her is important. But this is something she doesn't want. So I asked her to fold it into pieces, into tiny. I don't know how many times she's gonna fold it, but all of it should be away from her. Fold the first one, second one, third, keep folding until it's small. Then go and bury it. Now, when some people hear the word bury, they feel like fetish. Anything bury, it's not okay with me. Anything bury comes from. You and I were made from this from the ground. You understand? Sometimes when we say bury something on the ground, you're passing a message, you're passing an energy. That's the spirit that carries that information, that thing you're dropping, that bring it to manifestation. You understand? The earth is where the dust that was used to mold you comes from. And when, as Christians, when a Christian dies, the Christian is buried. They say the Christian returns back to the earth where they come from. You understand? So earth works for everybody. You can't say because you're not an air element, water element. People say do according to your element. No, I don't do elemental work. I do all work. You understand? You can do all work. It must not belong to an element and an earth element before you do earth elements work. Like this burying thing now, it should be. Some people will say earth element people are the ones to favor. No, you can favor everybody because in the first place you came from earth. You were molded from earth, and the food you eat comes from earth. What I'm talking about comes from under the earth. You understand? There are some rituals that will say, some people will say it's for air elements. You understand? Like burn of incense and all that. There are all those ones that say no. Everybody can do it. We breathe air. Everyone breathes air. The same with water. Everyone uses water. So everything, you can use any elements and work. It will work for you. It is in your belief. It is your faith. You understand? Don't let anybody tell you otherwise and say because you're not water element, it will not work for you. No, you can do. You can. Yesterday I thought. Not yesterday. The other day I taught you how you do this thing with water. Many people that are not water element, it will work for them. It's not until you're that element. No. You understand? So that is how it is. I thought some time ago about earth. If you're sick or something, you can actually get your healing without even prayers. What do you need to do? Sit down on the earth and close your eyes. Just see that thing going into the earth. You see that sickness going into the earth. My dear, by the time you wake up or you open your eyes, you feel as if, by the time you open your eyes from darkness and get up from that place, you will see the change. You will use yourself to know that sickness is no more there. The earth have collected it. You were sit on the, and when I say earth, I don't mean to sit on tiles. I'm talking about raw sand, ground. Sit there. I've taught something on Facebook about driving something nail on a tree. I told you guys that the tree sends it to the earth. Yes, the tree is connected to the earth, right? It's in there under in the earth. Now, when you do something and send it, knock it to the tree, you will see it go down. The earth will collect it. That's why you remain permanent. I've thought a lot of things that you even do something and break on the earth and stuff like that. So when I say bury, don't term it fetish. No, don't do that. Okay? As well. So you write the name of the person 9 times, and then you go and look for anywhere of your choice. Maybe your garden, your farm, a field, a woods, forest, anywhere that you like. Dig that place, put it inside there, okay, and bury it. Put it there, then cover it and leave. Return back home. Please, as you're watching, give me a like. Give me a like, okay? God bless you. And return back home. That's all you need to do. Okay, before you, during the time you're burying it, I omitted this. During the time you're burying it, the names you call out that you wrote on this egg, call out those names, okay? Just call out those names and tell the name that just as hen loves their egg, that is how he's going to start loving you. Understand? Call out that your husband's name, just as hen loves their egg, that is how he will begin to love you henceforth. This is a simple but very powerful. You know, egg represents life. You know that's very, very powerful. Okay? But you will have to repeat it after 6 months. Oh yes, this is not forever thing. It's not something of a after doing it you work forever. No, you did it with just an egg. You have to repeat, unless you want to just unless you want to do it with somebody you just want to have a fling for a period of time. You can just do it once. It's okay. You understand? As the egg is getting rotten, you need to renew it every 6 months. You understand? You do it again. So a lot of people, there was something I gave a woman sometime. She did it and came back with testimony that her husband that don't love her family, don't love his family rather, that doesn't want to have anything to do with the children. For the first time in his life, he wants to take the children out, and that love spell lasted for so long. You understand? So this is what you should do to help keep your man in check, save your man. This egg alone, you know that egg alone, this is a life on its own. Egg alone represents life. This is a whole chicken we're talking about. Yes. And by burying it, you're almost kind of doing a sacrifice, giving it. It has to work for you. It has to work. And if there's anything, and the egg is used to spoil charms. If you know, egg is used to spoil things. Egg is used for both good and bad. But here we don't teach bad ones. We only teach good ones. You understand? So use the egg. When you use this egg, you're spoiling whatever side chick have done. Because this egg is going to work against whatever the side chick have done. You understand? There are a lot of ways to hold your man to yourself. I don't know if I can be able to teach them on this place. I don't know. You understand? And if you feel that it's the one that you want me to help you with, fine. But that one I will have to collect fee, because that one will cost me ingredients. It's not this one is just simple something that you can do on your own. But if I'm doing love spell for you, I'm not going to just not this method. But it's something that every woman should use to help themselves. You understand? Because I'm tired of hearing cries here, cries there. Your husband is doing this. It is well. And when your children are watching you maltreating your family, maltreating their mother, they grow with it. Tomorrow when they marry a trained, and the problem is that the people will think that it's the woman's fault. The woman is the one that will bear the shame. Somebody who is well nurtured, who is well brought up, nobody will believe that it's coming from the man. She's the one that will, it is well. So guys, that is all for today. God bless you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to share, likes, and subscribe. Okay, till next time. Bye bye.